New reports find Democrat bosses may be weaponizing opinion polls, coronavirus fears, and national unrest to suppress the Republican vote come November. Here's One America's Kristian Rouz.
No, right now they're worried. They said, we're losing our enemy.
Yeah.
The virus is really not there. It's essentially not a virus anymore.
New reports find that Democrat mainstream media is working to suppress, discourage and humiliate Republican voters ahead of the November elections. In his latest Liberty report, Dr. Ron Paul says coronavirus fears are rapidly fading away in the face of national unrest. Paul says the COVID narrative sought to control America's popular opinion and was weaponized against President Trump, but it has now all but failed.
The opposition have really depended on the coronavirus to practice what they believe in, and that is the lockdown, house arrest and abuse, disciplining the people, making the people bow, and would lock themselves into houses.
Reports point out COVID shutdowns mandated that people wear face masks, although the science behind the policy was questionable at best. This face mask requirement resulted in bitter division across America, with many people rejecting and protesting it, mostly among Republicans. The mainstream media relentlessly attacked anti-lockdown protesters, arguably serving the Democrat goal of discrediting President Trump.
Face mask is interesting because it doubles as both an emblem of authority and a symbol of obedience. Those who have dutifully obeyed by wearing the mask are then rewarded with the petty authority of policing others who haven't.
However, face masks and social distancing suddenly became unnecessary in mainstream media coverage of the national unrest. Those same media shaming anti-lockdown protesters and President Trump are now championing social justice protests, many of which resulted in riots, looting and violence. Meanwhile, the Democrat cabal is now attempting to start a new campaign of humiliation by putting people on their knees and/or tied up for the sake of social justice.
Kneel for our moment of silence.
White race, and then we've just heard about one race in all of humanity before we stand here.
Following these incidents, some commentators, including Candace Owens, point out the kneeling appears to be part of the Democrats' election campaign as well.
Now the new normal is wearing dunce hats, not being allowed to walk down the street in a certain direction, being screeched at by Karen, and being treated like naughty little children. Ritual public humiliation.
In addition, Democrat operatives were also found to manipulate actual opinion polling as well. A study by McLaughlin and Associates released Monday found recent polls by CNN, ABC and CBS had only 25 to 30% of registered Republicans among their respondents. As a result, the polls were skewed in favor of Democrats and artificially lowered support numbers for President Trump, a tactic called suppression polling.
So these guys are saying, we think the president's the worst one for uniting the people, and yet the ones who are doing the shouting are certainly the ones that are arguing for more divisiveness.
It remains unclear if this latest virtue signaling by the Democrats will actually affect the elections that are still some 150 days away.
Take a lead! Take a lead! Take a lead! Take a lead! Take a lead!
Kristian Rouz, One American News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.